We're here with our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies, and his number is 704-800-4719. That's very important to you. What do people need, Richard, if they want a mortgage?
Well, if they want to thinking about buying a house or refinancing a house and they want to know what the payment would be and they want a very detailed calculator to figure everything out, it's on my website.
Your mortgage calculator. Never heard of that until right now, but you've got it.
I've got the best one out there. It's the best one ever, I promise.
It's at homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Company.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
What? Oh, sorry. That's what my wife does all the time. She'll just go,
oh, gosh.
I do that too.
And then your response to that is, hey, what's wrong?
Yeah.
Nothing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sometimes I just got to take a deep breath.
sorry.
Sorry.
Big sire.
Yeah.
Do you know in Japan and other Asian countries, one of the most popular gifts to give at a wedding? Do you know what a lot of people give? I didn't know this.
No.
Fruit.
Oh,
But not
yeah.
just regular fruit.
Asian kind of exotic fruit.
Exotic fruit like this watermelon that's in the shape of a pyramid. This is thousands of dollars. I think it's $4,000 for the watermelon.
Yeah.
What?
And you don't even eat it because apparently they're not growing it to be the most flavorful watermelon you can get, the sweetest, no seed. It's all about the shape. So they grow them in like glass jars. And so it's really just something to put out on your table and have company over and go, oh my gosh, look at that watermelon. It's amazing.
And how long do they last, though? I mean, it's not.
I guess it would last as long as a regular watermelon, not knowing much about it.
Well, for that much money, I'm going to need it to last forever.
Yeah, put some lacquer on it or something.
Yeah.
They also
Some paper mache.
They sell strawberries the size of tennis balls that
Yeah.
are $1,400 a piece.
Yeah, I always look on the internets and wonder why all Asian fruit seems to be so crazy.
I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, not to be stereotyping or nothing,
No, please don't.
but in good old U.S. of A., we don't have no strawberries the size of softballs.
Right. And when wedding gifts are typically like useful items. Do you remember any of the wedding gifts you got, TJ?
Yeah, we got a Dirt Devil upright. That was one. That was my grandparents gave us that.
That was a big
And
deal.
that was a nice vacuum. That was the Shark of its day. I mean, the Dyson of its day.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 You've got a wedding anniversary coming up soon. What else did you get? Did people give you cash?
Yeah,
got
they
cash.
did. One of the best things we got was we went to Vegas on our honeymoon because we got some kind of a special package where it was room and flight and everything for both of us for like $550.
Oh, heck yeah.
And so her Jody's Aunt Neva bought us tickets to Mystère, which is one of those Cirque du Soleil shows.
Oh, yeah.
I'd never heard of that. And I thought, this is, back then, everything that I thought was liberal, I'd call Oprah blank. That's just some Oprah blank, whatever. But it was really good. I loved it.
blew your
And I
mind.
still love Cirque du Soleil.
Was that
Yeah.
your first time in Vegas?
No.
Oh.
No. I lived in L.A. for a while.
Oh, that's right,
Yeah,
that's
and
right,
we'd
that's
make
right.
trips over there. I was somebody's wedding photographer in Vegas.
Were you really?
Yeah, the guy, I told you that, the guy I worked with at the construction job, they gave me a construction job at an oil refinery so I could be on their company softball team.
Oh yeah.
And I worked with a guy named, both of the people in the couple worked for the construction company. His name was Dog and her name was Kim.
Dog and Kim.
Yeah, and they got married in Vegas one weekend and they handed me the little Kodak camera to be the official photographer of the wedding because they weren't paying the photographer with the chapel, the professional one, anything.
Like disposable.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, we got to see them before we left Vegas. They went and got them developed down to the Eckerd Drugs.
That's
Yeah.
the way to do it.
Dog and Kim.
Dog and Kim.
Are they still together? Do you know?
That may have been the last time I saw them.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, because they died on that trip. They got, I'm kidding.
Radio show, podcast. Get the TJ and Riggins app in your app store or at tjriggins.com/app.
Hey, it's TJ, and you need to start exercising. Exercising your Second Amendment rights. That's what you need to do. Go to Guns on Main in Mooresville. We love these people. Family owned and operated. We've known them for a long time. Large selection of firearms and ammo and a big knife collection. You're going to love it. It's part of Jewelers on Main. Same door, different floor in downtown Mooresville. Hey, it's TJ, and it's time for you to lose that weight you've been talking about for a long time. And you think, well, I can't get this weight off. I've tried, and it seems like the only way I'm going to be able to do it is with some of these expensive drugs. Well, you don't want to do that. You need Calotren. Order Calotren today. That could help you lose weight the safe, effective way. Go to tjriggins.com/weight loss. tjriggins.com/weight loss and try Calotren today. It's Calotren.
Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Riggins, you were just asking me about my anniversary coming up. Not Jody's anniversary, my anniversary.
Just yours?
Yeah, it's Croctober 22nd. I'm gonna cook her up something real good in the crock pot.
Oh, Croctober. I had not heard that.
Oh my God, that's a big thing now with all these cream cheese ladies.
Yeah.
Croctober.
Welcome to Croctober.
So they're putting out recipes every day during Croctober.
Lots
You know,
of
like
cream
saying,
cheese.
yeah, these are my homemade. I'm going to show you how to make my homemade meatballs. And we start with this package of homemade meatballs that I got at Walmart. No, I got this package of great value frozen meatballs.
Yeah.
Okay, well, they're not homemade meatballs if you bought meatballs.
All
You
right.
did nothing.
Yeah. You're doing nothing.
What are you
But
going to
anyway, so, no, I'm not. But I am going to get her this as a gift because, you know, it doesn't take much to impress her. Just the thought, you know, coming from me. And Skittles has new freeze-dried candy. Freeze-dried Skittles. They're called Skittles Popped. Now, at first when I saw that, I thought it was kind of like going to be Pop Rocks. You put Skittles in your mouth and they pop and fizz. But it's not really. It's just that I think they're filled with sour stuff. So you got the Skittles candy shell, and then it looks like it's just stuffed and overflowing with a white candy substance.
Whoa.
And I think it's not popping in your mouth or anything. It's just really sour.
Okay.
I would tear that up.
Or as they say in my hometown of Winfield, Louisiana, it's sour.
Sour.
So you see, that's what it looks like there.
Skittles Pop.
I mean, basically, what else do you need? I love a Skittle.
Is freeze-dried candy like really big these days? Because I've seen
Yeah.
so many things doing
It
it.
must
Yeah.
be. Must be. So yeah, my wife could just add that to the collection in the bucket of all the different candies that she has in the pantry.
Sure.
Yeah.
Skittles Popped. You know what? Would it be good, Riggins? Would the kids like it if we made a video of Jody trying these for the first time?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
What do you call that? A trying video?
Yeah, a taste test. Hey, y'all. Welcome to Jody's Mukbang.
Put a little mic up to her.
Hey, y'all.
Do I have to, video her while she's eating it in the car?
Yeah, that would help.
It's a must.
Everybody's doing that now where they're in the car.
Oh, and then get a wide shot where you can see your reaction to her reaction.
Yeah.
And then I'll commentate off camera, which is never annoying on these videos.
Right.
Oh, that looks delicious. Now, what is that? It's barbecue sauce. I'm adding barbecue sauce. I love that. Okay, shut up.
Yeah.
This is her video. Shut up.
So bad.
So, yeah, you'd be on that, wouldn't you, Lynn?
Yeah, all over it. All over it.
But one's labeled as sour and the other is regular, but I think they're both supposed to be sour. So can you imagine how sour the sour is?
Extra double sour.
And they said that the sour lasts longer than other sour candies because it's not just the coating on the outside of it, it's inside. So the longer you go into the candy, it stays sour.
Sounds like heaven.
So yeah, it's like my wife's personality. Sometimes sweet, but mainly sour.
Mostly. Most of the time.
Available 24/7 on the free TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
Our buddy Richard Toccato is here. Yes, Richard Toccato at 704-800-4719. Now, Richard, you're a vet, so you're always going to take care of the vets. Am I right?
Absolutely. And as veteran, I understand the unique needs of those who served. And right now, if they have bought a house in the past few years, they need a rate reduction VA loan. It's simple, it's cheap, and we have the absolute best rates. I take care of my veterans. Call me at 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com.
The Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Point and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Riggins, why have we been blessed with your pretty hair today and you fixed it and you didn't wear a hat? Because I love, Lindsay, when Riggins doesn't wear a hat, it just makes my day.
Yeah.
Because he's got such good hair. He wants to cover it up by throwing that old hat on top of it all the time.
I agree. When you walked in, I was shocked. I was like, where's the hat?
I guess I wear the hat too much that it is shocking when I don't wear the hat. No reason. I just didn't grab my hat this morning.
Looks like you're going to Easter church. Your hair fixed.
I love Easter. But yeah, a lot of people think I'm bald. That I've seen that comment come out, like, he's hat fishing. He's trying to hide because he's bald.
No.
I'm not bald. I don't care. It doesn't matter. They're
Yeah.
random people, strangers. But it does kind of burn. I'm like, why would you?
Yeah.
I'm not. You don't
And
know
you're in your
anything.
30s. I mean, like, you're not. Yeah, but you got a good head of hair.
Yeah, because, what an awful, awful insult that is.
Right.
I guess they use it as an insult.
They do, yeah.
It's hat fishing.
I know.
What am I trying to
There's,
say?
Hat fishing.
As somebody who has lost their hair, and I'm not I'm not trying to catch anybody with hat fishing and all that. I just,
That's silly.
what if you put on mascara? Are you eye fishing?
You never
Right. I'm doing that every day.
You look like a rat without the eye makeup. Is that what they're implying?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
But it's true. But it's true.
Yeah, but you don't do the fake eyelashes anymore.
No, I don't
She used
really.
to walk around with them in her pocket. Okay, just slap them on.
Were
I
you a-
miss those.
You were a fake eyelash girl?
Oh, yeah. And then I got them professionally done, and it just takes too long. But, yeah. I thought I looked a lot better with them on. I mean, I still think that.
Yeah.
Nah.
I disagree. I don't think.
Well, thank you. Well, also, you can roll out of bed, literally fix your hair, and you don't have to do a lot to your. So it's easier. That's another reason to do it. But
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you, I don't know any men who have ever said, oh my God, have you seen how hot that girl's eyelashes are?
right,
Oh my God.
Oof.
a lot of them
they
don't
look
like it.
They look like tarantulas coming off of her face. I love that. I can't look away.
Yeah,
The bigger, the better.
Yeah.
yeah.
Double them up.
You're right. I've never met a guy. Even my husband didn't really like him. You know,
Lindsay,
he
did
never told me he didn't, but I just know he didn't. What?
Did you know that I had fake eyelashes one time? It was for a radio thing we did.
No,
Yeah, it was a bit.
you dressed up.
He looked.
No, he just
gorgeous.
had the eyelashes.
Oh, just the eyelash.
Just eyelashes. Mm-hmm. And you really couldn't tell.
Extensions. He got
really-
full extensions.
Really couldn't tell a difference. My eyelashes are already luscious.
They are long.
Confidence. Rob does not lack.
Yeah, I'm noticing that. Yeah.
He's a confident guy. Someone say cocky. I wouldn't, but confident.
But y'all all have long It really makes me mad.
Yeah.
Y'all all have good eyelashes.
Does your son have them?
Beautiful.
Little boys a lot of times will have eyelashes just stretch across the room.
for days.
Look like paintbrushes.
But y'all all have, especially, I know TJ's got good ones. I can't really see yours,
don't
Riggins, but
know.
I'm pretty sure they're good. But
Mine just get in the way. I mean, it's a curse.
They
do
start
you just
locking
want
up.
to you just want to cut them with scissors?
Just, just I can't wear sunglasses without them, like having to get them adjusted. I really do.
I
My
know.
eyelashes go.
Crazy.
Yeah,
I know.
Brush up against the lenses of my glasses.
Nothing makes me more mad to talk about. I'm like so mad.
Available 24/7 on the free TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
Hey, it's TJ, and I am not going to be playing golf November 11th at Northstone Country Club in Huntersville for our golf tournament, but I am going to be there to thank you for your support of Peyton's Promise, our charity, and what we're doing to help with Hurricane Helene relief. Get signed up today at tjriggins.com/golf. That's tjriggins.com/golf.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Sponsors like CompuCom, because every company is a technology company now. But becoming a fully enabled digital workplace isn't easy. Let CompuCom help. CompuCom.com for more information. That's CompuCom.com for CompuCom.
All guests of the TJ and Riggins show stay at the Hyatt-centric South Park Charlotte. Beautiful rooms paired with incredible dining options, all nestled perfectly in the beautiful South Park neighborhood of Charlotte. Book your stay online at tjriggins.com/Hyatt.
This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
TJ, you're a bad friend.
I know. Why now, though?
You're supposed to have my back and look out for me and things like that, and you have really dropped the ball on this one.
What did I do or not do?
You know I got a thing for Kate Gosselin, right?
Oh, yeah.
Kate plus 8. Mm-hmm. And I know that's a controversial opinion. Some will call it a hot take. I think she's sexy. Oh. I don't care. Mm. I know people say she's got a bad attitude. She's hurting the kids. That might all be true.
Yeah.
But I think she's sexy, and there's something about her, some would say, sour attitude that I find devastatingly attractive.
You love assertive women.
I do. Put me in my place. She's got all these kids. I think only a couple of them are still talking to her. I think they were like, once they hit 18, they were like, we're living with Dad. He's a DJ.
Red flag.
Yeah. He's a bartender at Chili's. He seems like a lot more fun than what you're doing. But she was out in Charlotte the other. Well, here's the reason I bring it up. It's because TJ lives relatively close to Kate Gosselin, Kate plus 8, and she was out in the big city this week.
Really?
She never makes public appearances. She never goes out. So I mean, it's like if you saw her driving around, you could have.
I don't go anywhere. You know, I haven't seen her.
I never knew you lived near her, or she lived near you.
Yeah, she lives right around the way.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
You know who else I live close to?
Hey.
The baby.
Oh, you got Kate Gosselin on one side, and the baby on the other.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or as Jody calls him, the baby. I saw the baby at Harris Teeter. He's in a Rolls Royce getting a kid out of there, parked in the handicap spot. I'm pretty sure that was him. Is he little? I said, yeah, thus the baby being his name.
Yeah.
Well, that had to be him.
The baby.
I saw the baby.
I love that. Like, which baby did you see?
Yeah, I saw the baby, but I didn't pour one out for Papa Smoke.
Yeah, she called him Papa Smoke,
too.
I love that.
Wouldn't that be a turn of events if I started dating Kate Gosselin and Jody started dating the baby? Yeah. Have you met my new boyfriend? It's the baby. He's a rapper.
And what's Christian McCaffrey's wife's name?
Olivia. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw her in the Harris Teeter one day.
Oh, my God.
Really?
Yeah.
I would hit my knees.
I would love that.
She said, you know what? A lot of times those girls look way better on the internet or on TV and all that stuff. And you see them in person, they're pretty, but they're not like like they look on TV, all made up and everything. She goes, not the case with her. She is breathtakingly beautiful.
She's beautiful.
And she said, I saw her up close and she's being sweet to everybody.
Oh.
I'm like, well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Move out of the way.
She's going to run over them with her cart.
Yeah.
Get out of the way, old lady.
I'm trying to feed my family, you losers.
I'm a supermodel.
Excuse me.
No pictures. No pictures, please.
Hot person coming through.
Turn the security cameras off.
Yeah.
You didn't pay for that.
I would like to buy my yogurt-covered raisins in peace, please.
No. The baby can come in, but none of these regular people.
The baby.
I love that. That would be fun. Oh. Yeah, maybe we could double date or something if things between you two don't work out.
Yeah, between Jody and me?
Yeah.
I mean, jury's still out. Yeah. We're on that 30-year trial right now.
Anything could happen.
Yeah.
You never know.
Available 24/7 on the free TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
We're here with our friend Richard Toccato of the Richard Toccato Companies, and his number is 704-800-4719. That's very important to you. What do people need, Richard, if they want a mortgage?
Well, if they want to thinking about buying a house or refinancing a house, and they want to know what the payment would be, and they want a very detailed calculator to figure everything out, it's on my website.
Your mortgage calculator. I never heard of that until right now, but you've got it.
I've got the best one out there. It's the best one ever, I promise.
It's at homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Company.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
They have done a survey that could not have hit me between the eyes any more than it did. I mean, so relatable to me. And we'll put my full-fledged grumpy old man, grouchy old man persona on display this morning.
Fun.
So we'll get to that in a few minutes.
Kind of sad news today. The top trending topic is about Liam Payne, former One Direction member, dead at the age of 31. He fell from his hotel balcony in Argentina. And there's a lot of stories going out there right now. Fell from the third story of his hotel. His girlfriend was not there. She had left a few days earlier, and they said they're not totally sure if he jumped or if he fell, but they have taken some photos from inside the hotel room, and a 911 call has emerged from the hotel staff saying, we've got a guy who's out of his mind on drugs and alcohol, and we need somebody to come take care of this.
Yeah, they said that he's been cycling through periods of ruinous behavior. That's one source said.
He's had a tough time since he left, or since One Direction ended, right? So they broke up back in 2016, and has had kind of hits or misses with his solo career. But he's like so nice, so charming. I don't know what
is
what
he the
was
one that
dealing
said
with.
"Strip That Down for Me"? Is
Yeah.
that the one? I liked that song.
That was his debut solo single. It was, I think, a hit.
My daughter was distraught yesterday because she was like that One Direction, perfect age. She loved them because she's 24 now. And so when she was a teenager, that's when they were so huge, and she loved them.
They were the biggest boy band in the world.
Yeah.
And then Zayn leaves in 2015. They break up in 2016. And obviously now we have Harry Styles and Niall Horan.
So Niall Out Horan, his middle name is Out, by the way.
Is that right?
Yeah. He's the one on the Voice, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was. He's not this season, but
Yeah. So it's just shocking news. I mean, 31 years old. It's tragic either way. He's a young person who's a father to a 6 or 7 year old, and he's a son and a brother. And
Now, he
it's
wasn't
just
the
crazy.
Irish one, right?
No, he was not Irish. Niall is the Irish
Niall.
one.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but R.I.P. Liam Payne. That is the top trending topic today. Early voting has begun in North Carolina, so I'm going to go do that today.
Yeah. North Carolina is considered a swing state,
Yeah.
which I can't believe I live in a swing state. I might have to rectify that situation.
Are you an early voter person,
Yes.
or you do?
Yeah.
You do early voting.
Right. If that's the rule, I don't agree with it. I think you should vote on election day unless you're doing an absentee ballot because you're going to be out of town away from your polling place. I'm against mail-in. I'm against early voting. But if those are the rules that they have made, I'm going to take advantage of it.
Sure.
Try to get my early vote in as well.
Absolutely. Voting's so important. So early voting has now begun in North Carolina. You can check all the online resources to find out where a polling place is near you. We have a list of people who are impossible to dislike coming up next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Liqueur is the hangover solution. It's a gummy containing DHM, a natural extract that can help you defeat the effects of having one too many cocktails. Packed with electrolytes and vitamins to help you make the best of the day. Get 20% off your order at liqueur at acetj.com/hangover.
The Johnson Group is a family-owned commercial cleaning company since 2004 that focuses more on customer satisfaction than the bottom line. Each of their customers works directly with the owners every step of the way. So if you need any commercial cleaning, trust us. The Johnson Group can handle it. Go to tjriggins.com/clean for the Johnson Group.
Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
TJ, who was like the star when you were growing up that seemed, well, so we have Taylor Swift, who's inarguably like the most famous celebrity globally.
Yeah.
And she's a celebrity. Like, that's what she does. She's an entertainer. Who is the celebrity that was that sort of all-encompassing when you were growing up?
Easy.
Easy.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy, yep.
You could have given me 100 guesses, and Eddie Murphy would have not been any of them.
Eddie Murphy
Really?
was top at the box office. stand-up. He was still doing stand-up movies. He had a hit song. I think it went to #1. My girl likes to party all the time, party all the time. That was a #1 song, I believe. Comedy albums, Saturday Night Live, and then the biggest movie star in the world during that time.
And he was globally popular.
Yeah. Yeah.
And since
Well,
then,
except Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was at that time too, but that's the given. I mean, that would stretch out over different decades. But.
yeah. Was he liked by? Well, I guess so. He was liked by everybody because I know now people are like Eddie Murphy was super inappropriate. He was really awful, and
Yeah, but back then he was
untouchable.
everybody. Yeah.
So there we have this list at TJ Riggins Show on Facebook. I just threw it up there last night. Is there a celebrity that's impossible to dislike? Because obviously people love Taylor Swift, but I feel like more people hate her at this point.
Can I guess what showed up a lot?
You can guess probably the top 3. Go ahead.
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton.
That's the only one I'm thinking. Yeah.
Keanu Reeves
Yeah.
and Matthew McConaughey. I disagree with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, you don't like Matthew McConaughey.
I'm not
do you?
charmed by him. I am not charmed by Matthew McConaughey. What can I tell you? But I get the Dolly Parton one. I get the Keanu Reeves. There's so many great stories about all of them. But there's some surprises on the list. Mike Rowe shows up a lot. He's like in the top 5
Yeah,
of the answers.
that's a good one. And that's odd because he's kind of politically, not like a regular celebrity.
Yeah. But the sleeper hit, John Ritter. Impossible to dislike.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Yeah, people loved John Ritter.
Yeah, that one still hurts.
Henry Winkler's another one.
Henry Winkler is on this list. People suggested, but Denzel, Leslie Jordan, obviously a huge hit during the pandemic.
Jelly Roll is on his way to being that, I think, because he's always kind of like Henry Winkler, so excited and so thankful, and this is great, that I'm living this life, and it's so wonderful.
I do feel like there's something not as organic about it, though. I feel like they were really forcing Jelly Roll on the world for sure. I mean,
No, but
there's
I'm
a lot
saying
of Jelly Roll.
But I'm saying they're not his personality though to be grateful and in awe of all of what's going on around him and everything.
Pedro Pascal.
Did we get any Robin Williams?
No Robin Williams.
I don't. Robin Williams was kind of he turned his back on his kids, and put it that way.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
Yeah, he was an absentee father.
I wish I wouldn't have brought that up, so I didn't know that fact.
But Jennifer Garner comes up. It's like, give me what? Jennifer
Oh, come
Garner.
on. I can't stand her.
Michael Jordan. I know another
I don't
lot.
like
Of,
him.
oh gosh, a lot of people don't
Yeah,
like Michael.
way overrated.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
More than that.
Radio show, podcast. Get the TJ and Riggins app in your app store or at tjriggins.com/app.
Our buddy Richard Toccato is here. Yes, Richard Toccato at 704-800-4719. Now, Richard, you're a vet, so you're always going to take care of the vets. Am I right?
Absolutely. And as veteran, I understand the unique needs of those who served. And right now, if they have bought a house in the past few years, they need a rate reduction VA loan. It's simple, it's cheap, and we have the absolute best rates. I take care of my veterans. Call me at 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com.
The Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Point and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
So, Riggins, you were talking about the celebrities that, people say that it's hard to dislike certain celebrities, and Matthew McConaughey came up on the list. I like Matthew McConaughey. I really do. But there's something that he does that I just absolutely can't stand, and I don't think it should be allowed.
Ooh.
The way he has all access and acts like he's on the team of the Texas Longhorns, on the sideline every week, walking around with the team, pumping up the crowd, all of this stuff. Now, here's the difference. If, let's say, at last week's game of LSU and Ole Miss, Odell Beckham Jr. was there and some other, big-time players, and in the locker room and all of that, I don't mind that if you actually played for the team.
Yeah.
But if you're just an actor who went off and made it big and then you just want to come and be part of the team, no.
Totally agree.
Because being and doing what it takes to be part of a major football program like that should be elite. You shouldn't be able, just because you're famous, to come in and people want to see you and be part of the team. Snoop.
Yeah.
I didn't like that when he was hanging out with the USC football team, the Trojans. Mm-hmm. I don't even like them. As a matter of fact, I can't stand them or Texas. It's two of my least favorite teams. But I don't think that the celebrities should be allowed to do that.
Not all the way into the locker room. And now that locker room celebration has become sort of like this press event. It's like, how many cameras and celebrities can you squeeze in there? These are young guys changing. I don't know. It's just weird.
Well, and then Deion Sanders uses it, to bring in, rappers and people like that, he'll actually have them perform in the locker room. Like they'll do a set in the locker room. But even at that, they're brought in for a certain reason.
Yeah.
But just that full access of like Matthew McConaughey walking out with the team and being on the sidelines and talking to the players and during the game, get out.
Get
out of here. I don't care how much money you donate to the school. I don't care how much attention the school gets or how cool it is that you are a fan of the school. They don't let just any donor down there who's not famous.
No way. But
Or
because
booster.
he's got a Southern accent and he's got a quick line, people are supposed to believe that he's some sort of wise old sage.
Yeah.
It's like, no, he's a Hollywood weirdo like everybody else. I don't know. I'm not buying into the Matthew McConaughey hype.
Yeah.
And I like his movies.
I do too. I like everything about him.
Him.
But I don't think he's, so wise and everything, like putting out his book and all these women reading and go, you know what? He is really smart. People don't realize how smart he is. Well, he's a pothead.
Right.
And he's got philosophies that, burnt potheads have. And they're cool. He's a nice fella. Seems like a nice fella.
I don't like how he whistles when he talks.
But, the whole thing about just acting like you're, a Texas Longhorn football player, you got the complete access to everything, including the players during the game. No.
He's like their mascot.
Yeah, it is. And I wonder if, like Deion, if their coach would have him in there like doing monologues and things like that. This is a scene I did, from failure to launch.
I wouldn't doubt it for a second. For failure to launch.
God. That'd be cool.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
Hey, it's TJ, and I am telling you what, if you haven't seen Jewelers on Main in Mooresville, you're really missing out. Beautiful, beautiful pieces with jewelry repair done in-house. You can even design your own piece of jewelry. You're going to love them. Jewelers on Main in downtown Mooresville.
Lost Worlds Brewing in Charlotte and Cornelius is awesome. There's something going on every night of the week. On Thursdays, you can join their trivia crowd, and on Tuesdays, it's neighborhood night with some great specials. Online at tjriggins.com/lostworlds for Lost Worlds Brewing.
This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
All right, the BuzzFeed has something interesting, believe it or not. And this is something that, like I said earlier, it hits me right between the eyes. It's a question they ask about what's the smallest hill. This says we're willing to die on, but I don't say it incorrectly. I say on which we are willing to die. Or one of my, in an argument, you say, now, is this the hill on which you choose to die? Meaning you're sticking with this argument all the way until the end. Is it that important?
Yeah.
Well, these are little things that people say that they're willing, as their small hills on which to die. And in reading these, I started getting fired up because I have so many of them.
Yeah.
And that's why I get falsely labeled as a grouchy old man.
Yeah.
because I strive for greatness in society.
Like a mountain range of
So an example is Nickelback is a great band. Is a small hill on which someone would die. Dogs do belong on furniture and in beds. Ooh. We owe them comfort.
We owe them comfort.
Don't use speakers on public transit. Headphones only. Well, first of all, Yeah, because if you're on the public transit, you're already aggravated, I'm sure, and you don't want to be dealing with anybody else.
That is true.
So, just a few of mine is the prepay example of you can't prepay for something. You can't pay for something before you pay for it. Pre means before.
Yep.
You can't pre-order anything. You either order it or you don't. You order it before it's ready, or you order it before it's available for you to get. But you can't pre-order anything. But one of my biggest ones is when somebody donates to a charity and they call it giving back. You can't give back something unless you took it to begin with. So if I donate to the Tunnel to Towers Fund charity, it's giving because I haven't taken anything from them to begin with. So it's not giving back, it's giving. Now, the only way it's giving back in my world is tithing. Tithing is giving back to the Lord for the blessings that you have. That 10%.
Okay.
You make $100,000, you give the Lord 10.
That's what they say.
You make 10 potatoes for a living, you give the Lord 1. If that's what your pay is, you working for potatoes, you give the Lord 1.
I bet Jesus would love a baked potato.
Oh, yeah. I bet he doesn't like sour cream, though.
What?
He wouldn't want sour cream on it. He just wants butter.
You think Jesus would just have butter in it?
And that's a hill on which I choose to die.
No bacon bits or nothing?
No bacos. Regular bacon bits, like made from bacon. Oh, okay. Crumbled bacon. Not any already chopped up and processed bacon bits, no. Not the Lord. You're not giving the Lord store-boughts. Riggins?
Like, if you only got real bacon, bacos are fine. Yeah, I don't see him settling for that.
And you don't have to buy much, to give the Lord a nice meal. 2 fishes.
That's right.
You turn that into, whatever he wants, but he wants it to be fresh.
Yeah.
He doesn't want like canned tuna or Spam or something like that.
What would Jesus eat on his baked potato? You could take that to work.
You could also put it on a bracelet.
Available 24/7 on the free TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
Our friend Richard Ciccato, the Richard Ciccato Companies, is here. 704-800-4719. So what's up with the feds?
The feds have lowered the rate at more than we thought they would. So that means it's a time to refinance your home. Get out of your high mortgage rate that you received over the past few years when you bought a house. We'll do a rate and term. It's very simple, very inexpensive, and you won't even have to have a house payment until 2025.
It's crazy. So call them today, 704-800-4719 or homewithrichard.com for the Richard Ciccato Companies.
Richard Ciccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.